What's up, everybody? And today we're reacting to The Backrooms. This is by Nick Crowley. I have no idea what this is about. I've been recommended it a few times. I know it's some sort of kind of horror thing. But other than that, I really don't know what it is. So I'm excited to see it. Hopefully it's good and hopefully it's worthy enough to be uploaded in placement of an SCP video, because I know how much you guys want me to react to literally every SCP video on YouTube. Which we're gonna do one day. I don't know when, but we will do. But before we get started, as per usual, members, you're amazing. I love you. I couldn't do this without you. I honestly couldn't make videos every single day if it wasn't for you, members. So thank you for supporting the channel as much as you do. Links down below to my socials, including the 2 links to Discord. We've got the military links for all things military. That is, if you want to join the military, get fit for the military, join that Discord. And then we've got the geek link, which is for all things geeky. Star Wars, SCP, Halo, D&D, Metro, and all that good stuff. Also link down below to my podcast and my Twitch stream, where I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And if you cannot catch the Twitch stream, we do upload that a few days later on my second channel, Original Human Geek, where we do some other fun content as well, like D&D and some other stuff. So yeah, highly recommend that as well. But for now, let's shut up. Oh, I'll obviously leave a link down below to the OG video. Please go and share and give them some love, because I'm sure they will deserve it. But yeah, let's shut up. Let's make me head into a rectangle and let's watch this.
Our world truly is a terrifying place, and I don't
story.
think there's ever been a more relevant time in this channel's history to make a statement like that.
Yeah,
But
it's
one
creepy.
of the things that has always scared me the most about this world is when it glitches.
That plane looks like it's just hovering. It looks like a big one as well.
It's
Is
been
it
a topic
hovering?
that I've briefly mentioned on my channel before.
I don't
that
know.
every so often, something will happen that breaks the rules of reality. Planes hovering and
Like a
doppelgangers are two
glitch in the
examples
Matrix.
of this. And
I don't-
surely most would be at least.
I don't think necessarily that plane is just hovering. I think it's just the angle of the angle of the camera, and that they're moving and that the plane's moving, and it just looks like it's hovering. That's what I think it is.
A little creeped out.
That's
by
hilarious.
experiencing these. But what happens when these glitches get more serious? What happens when you glitch out of reality completely? Well, if this happens to you, you may find yourself in a place where no man should ever go. A never-ending prison of rooms that exists outside our world that's now your new home. And if it
Okay.
sounds scary, maybe you'll take comfort in knowing that at least you won't be alone.
That's not comforting. That's not comforting knowing that I'm not alone. Sometimes I like to be alone. I don't know how I feel about that, Nick Crowley. Don't know how I feel about that, if I'm honest with you. What's going on?
In May of 2019, the following picture was posted to 4chan that caught the attention of many. The picture was of what we now know as the Backrooms. Something about it,
Okay.
the emptiness, the tone, just gave people bad vibes. And summed up, the photo was incredibly unsettling.
Why is it
Along
unsettling?
with the photo, a caption was added that claimed that the Backrooms go on for an impossible distance, and every room looks the same. It is said that there are a few ways to wind up trapped in these Backrooms. Some say that they can be accessed through your dreams, or even seen in visions.
Oh, that's kind
Because
of weird,
this,
isn't it?
Many claim to recognize the picture, and even felt some sort of nostalgic fear when seeing it.
I don't know. I don't know if I've seen anything about this picture. He's going to
But
show it
others
again.
claim that the only true way to get there is much more difficult.
I don't think I've seen that back room before. I don't know if I want to see it. I don't know. It does look creepy. It looks like some sort of like old people's home or something. Do you know what I mean? Like that old kind of 70s, 80s wallpaper and generic office building lighting. I don't know. It looks just like an old people's home.
And it requires a tremendous amount of luck, or perhaps in this case, the exact opposite.
Alright, it's going to tell us a
Theorized
story
that
now.
every
Scary story.
object we interact with in this world is clipped to our reality. So for
Okay.
example, when you bump into a wall, you collide with it, and you bounce off of it. But
Yep.
going back to glitches in our reality, it is said that, on occasion, Objects within our world will no-clip. This is something that happens often in
No-clip.
video games, where a part of the map becomes no-clipped, and you bump into it, you go right through it, and you sometimes end up falling right off the map.
Okay, so they're talking about, like, you know, when you play in a video game, you go through the wall by accident, right? Okay, cool. Could that happen in real life? Probably not. Now, there's that idea is that maybe this is all simulation, blah, blah, blah. If it's all a simulation, then maybe. Who the hell knows? If it's all a simulation, then, you know, a frigging SCP could come through the window right now. Like, it's like, it doesn't, like, it's random, right? There's also that theory that, you know, there's an infinite amount of universes, which means everything you can think of has happened because it's an infinite amount, which means, yes, something could have clipped. But in my little mind, where I wake up every day and do stuff that I usually do, record, clean babies' nappies, I ain't going to see anything exciting like this. I want to clip through a wall. Maybe not into the back rooms, because it's already kind of creeping me out, but I want to see something weird, an alien or something, or clip through a wall or something. That'd be kind of cool, but I don't think it's going to happen. It would have been caught on camera by now, right?
There, your player is stuck, still inside the game, but in an endless void beneath the map.
Okay.
In the real world, people believe that some objects can become no-clipped from reality. A wall will appear darker than the others around it, or you'll find a door that you're certain there should be nothing on the other side. If you have a keen eye, you can notice these things and avoid them at all costs. But not everyone is so lucky. For some, they unknowingly interact with these objects, likely thinking nothing of the implications that are soon to come.
Nah, I don't think
And
that's
much
the
like a
case.
character
I want
in
it
a
to be the
video
case.
game, if you interact with a non-clipped object, you fall off the map. And one could imagine that it's incredibly confusing and terrifying to go from existing in one world to instantly being dropped into another, with nothing but millions of square miles of empty rooms on either side of you. But this is your reality now, and it's where your journey into the backrooms begins.
It makes it more creepy that it says, "This is your reality now," as if he's just changed my reality. That makes it creepy. I love these. What are they called? These like internet horror stories where people make horror stories up on the internet. I forgot what it's called. Let me know in the comments down below. I think they're fascinating. I really do. There's said to be 3 levels to the back rooms. Okay. Level 0.
Level 0 is a maze of monotone yellow rooms,
Okay.
each looking the same as the last, with only the slightest of variations. The
Okay.
carpet that covers the level is moist and creates a persisting scent. In the beginning, the only sounds that can be heard is the consistent loud buzzing of the old fluorescent lights.
Yeah. Your classic
As you walk
office
through the
lights.
rooms, you'll start to realize how big the area actually is. Every room just leads to another and another. You start to wonder, how big of an area could this actually be? And how could this even be possible? Many will start to run and sprint through the rooms, thinking that this might get them out of this maze faster. But it's no use. And after running around for seemingly an eternity, you'll finally realize that you're likely going to be stuck in here for a while.
But surely, right, if it's like being clipped in a video game, surely if you get clipped down there could be other people down there, right? Because other people could be clipped down there.
Exactly this place is not known, and that's part of the mystery of it all. It's just an infinite maze of these off-putting rooms.
Okay.
And traversing a place like this would likely cause anyone to slowly lose their minds. It's believed that not many will survive this first level, and that's for a few reasons. Either they lose the will to carry on, or they encounter something. While walking through these rooms, you may find yourself encountering humanoid creatures. After walking for hours and maybe even days, just imagine the horror of turning the corner and seeing something standing there. Something that isn't human. These creatures are known as hounds, and they look like disfigured humans who walk on all fours. They make a low rumbling noise, which will serve as one of the only indications that you're near them.
I don't like it, guys. Not gonna lie. It's creepy AF. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Before it's too late. On this level, these creatures are supposedly incredibly dangerous. If you happen to notice one, slowly back away in the opposite direction. And whatever
I'll
you
run.
do, don't look at it. If you're lucky enough
Just
to
run.
survive your encounters with these creatures and the never-ending maze, then you may have a chance at escaping this level. Every so
Okay.
often, as you walk through these identical rooms, you'll find a wall that is slightly darker than the others. This is an indication that this too has been no-clipped, and it's possible that running into this wall will take you back to the world you knew before. And
That would be quite the story, wouldn't it? No clipping back after you clipped in.
there, you'll be able to continue living your normal life. But doing so comes with a risk. There's no guarantee to where walking through that wall will take you, and no clipping again in the backrooms runs the risk of taking you further down
Oh,
to a
jeez.
spot that no one has ever seen before, where the beings are much, much more hostile.
I think the scary part here is the anxiety of not knowing whether you're going back to reality or going down a level. That's the scary part
Also,
here.
interacting with a wall like this could take you back to the start of level 0. You'll
Ah.
have to start your journey all over again,
Okay.
which means another cycle of repetitive torture.
Yeah,
For that
that's
reason,
terrifying.
This is obviously a gamble, and one that many would choose not to take.
Well, I mean, why would you not take it? Because it might
It's
be your only
unknown
option
how
out.
the transition from level 0 to 1 takes place. Some believe that you stumble upon a door, a hallway, a staircase, or even an elevator,
Okay.
which takes you to this next level, while others believe the scenery around you subtly starts to change until eventually you are in a completely different space.
Interesting.
Believers of this theory state that after roughly 4 days of traveling, the bright
4
yellow
days?
fluorescent lights begin to flicker till
Ah,
the space
okay.
around you gets darker and darker. Eventually, it gets pitch black, only for the light to come back on and reveal the change in scenery. But however you wind up there, the dangers on this level are much greater.
But what does
than
this
the
level
one
look like?
before.
What does it look like? Tell me what it looks like. Get me scared. Get me hyped for level 1.
After days of walking in a seemingly endless loop, you might actually welcome level 1, because at least it's something different.
It's just
No
a square
longer
room.
is there yellow wallpaper, but instead the walls are made of concrete. The floor on this level isn't the signature carpet of the one before it. Much like the walls, this too is concrete. A deep rumbling of machinery can be heard throughout this entire.
So, all right, let's be logical here. You can probably survive without water for at least a week, maximum. Maybe a little bit longer, depending on who you are. But like for food, it could be a month. You're fine without food. Water, you're gonna be on the struggle bus. He's already spent 4 days level 0. So we've only got 3 days potentially. All right, let's say 10 days without water. You've still got 6 days left
Entire floor,
before you die.
as well as the creaking noises coming from unseen rooms. The hum of the fluorescent lights is still there, but it's greatly
Okay.
masked by the other noises. And in this floor, the lights are known to fail quite often.
Oh,
The lights will
jeesh.
flicker at many spots and will often shut off completely.
That's
leaving you
terrifying.
in complete and total
That's
darkness.
terrifying. That's really terrifying. I don't want to be left in darkness, I'm not gonna lie.
This is when the creatures on this level come out. You won't be able to see them, but you'll know when they're close. These creatures emit a disturbing, distorted, screaming sound as they
No.
drift through the darkness. If
No.
you hear them, quickly navigate to another room further
No.
away from the noises. And much like the level before, try not to look in the direction of these things, because you
That is terrifying.
never know how hostile they may be.
Nah, mate.
Part of
not
what
keen.
made level 0 so scary was the isolation of it all. The idea that it is only you and just a few other creatures within this labyrinth of walls. And in many ways, the same fear is prevalent in level 1, except it's amplified by random bouts of darkness.
Nah,
and a greater
mate.
number of hostile beings. And
I'm gonna be looking out for clip stuff now, like darker walls every now and again, and like, you know, like random doors that aren't supposed to lead to anywhere. I ain't keen on this,
things
guys.
only get amplified more as we head to level 2, the final level we'll be discussing today.
Oh, so it's not discussing level. Oh, because he said there's 3 levels. Okay.
As you walk through level 1, the walls around you will begin to change. The vast rooms will become narrowed to the point where you're walking in long continuous hallways. The fluorescent lights are amplified to the point that the buzzing becomes even louder, and the heat from them causes the temperature to soar over 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Damn, it's
The
hot.
hallways are claustrophobic
Sweater.
and resemble service tunnels.
Okay.
As there's piping and machinery lining the walls. Pretty much any being you encounter on this floor is hostile, and your only chance of escaping, once you see a figure, is to run the opposite way and don't look back.
So, if this is supposed to be like, if they're trying to make this into a true story, you know, how do we know this stuff? How do we know?
To many, this is considered to be the final level of the Backrooms. It's a fairly unexplored and mysterious place that features no real exit points.
Okay.
Your chances of ever escaping the Backrooms, in general, is incredibly low, but your chances of escaping level 2 is apparently nearly impossible.
But someone must have, because how would we know about it?
Supposedly survived this level.
Right, here we go.
They did so by simply accepting the situation, remaining totally calm, and imagining the Backrooms as their home.
Interesting.
That's your only chance of escape. And if it doesn't work, then your fate is pretty much sealed.
Interesting.
Even after
Okay.
all the pain
Okay.
and wear that you've gone through in levels 0 and 1, this is where your journey into the Backrooms end.
So what, did they come back to Earth after that final calmness and leaving?
The Backrooms are something that genuinely creep me out, and that's something that isn't always easy to do. The psychological horrors of traversing such a vast and terrifying landscape out of the reach of reality is a horrifying thought.
It is
Is
horrifying.
there actually any truth to this?
Okay, do I think it's true? No. Do I think it's a cool story? Hell yeah. If it is true, that is absolutely terrifying. But I just don't think any of this is true because I'm a miserable turd who doesn't believe things like this. And I wish I did. I wish I believed in Bigfoot. You know? I wish I believed in UFOs and stuff, which I guess I kind of do with that one. But I wish I believed more in all this stuff because my life would be more exciting.
Backrooms actually real? Well, it appears that this is all just another creepypasta. It is such a
That's what it's called, creepypasta. That's what like the scary internet stories are called, creepypasta.
Concept to me, and the story involved with it is scary, even knowing full well that this is likely total fiction.
It's scary,
the
yeah.
The idea of the Backrooms speaks to the very essence of the things that terrify us the most. The fear of being lost.
Yeah.
The fear of being trapped.
I'm not keen on that.
Being watched.
Nah, mate, Gollum.
Psychologically, it checks all the boxes for me.
Yeah.
But it's also worth noting that there are still those who have claimed to have actually been there. They see it in their dreams.
They say that.
And stay trapped there until they wake up. And they swear up and down that this place truly is real. Now, a nightmare like that is extremely possible to have. So perhaps this place does exist somewhere within our dreams.
Maybe.
I mean, when I saw this picture...
I mean, you can dream of anything, really, can't you? So I'm sure someone's dreamt of this and woke up and been like, oh my god, it's real, when it's just a dream.
It was so recognizable to me, despite the fact that I've never even heard this story before. It's really something that I can't explain. Just something about this picture feels so nostalgic to me. So who knows, maybe I've been there in my dreams before too.
I guess it does kind of look familiar in a way.
Out of all the horrors out there are few fates worse than finding yourself in the Backrooms.
Alright, that was a good video, I guess. Definitely go and give the video a like. It was a good video. Nick Crowley, The Backrooms. I guess it's all over the internet, this stuff, this creepypasta stuff. Maybe I'll react to some more of it. It's cool. It's a cool story. I don't think it's necessarily that creepy. It gives you more anxiety than it does creep you out. Oh, that's what I think. The room, that picture does look kind of nostalgic, but it's because it's a generic room, and he keeps saying this is nostalgic, this is nostalgic. It's the generic lighting that you've all seen in hospitals and offices and old people's homes, and the wallpaper that's in old people's homes and hospitals, and the generic carpet. It's all generic, and that's why it kind of looks familiar. On the other hand, the idea of it is creepy and fills me with anxiety, and I don't like that feeling because I have enough of it in my life already. Let me know what creepypastas I should react to next, or which SCPs I should react to next. But for now, members, you're amazing. I love you. I couldn't do this without you. Links down below to all my socials, including the 2 links to Discord, the military link and the geek link. Also link down below to my podcast, my Twitch stream where I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and my second channel, Original Human Geek. Links down below. Until next time, guys, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.